Welcome back to Grey Ghost Outdoors. Today we're going over what I have in my camp cooking bin. So let me first explain what my camp cooking bin is. So my camp cooking bin is the bin I throw in my car for when I go car camping. So this includes everything that I would need as a camp kitchen for all of my camping trips. So this is primarily the biggest thing, minus the tent and my sleeping system, which can get pretty big too on car camping trips. This is usually the thing that takes up the most space. So let's get into it. The bin is, you might recognize from my previous video, I'll link that up here, but it is the same 27-gallon HDX tote that you can get off Amazon through the link below or from your local Home Depot. They generally have those as well. So, something that I want to mention as well is that this bin does not have fuel in it. I get hesitant around storing fuel in these types of containers because you never know what can happen to them. They might get jostled around or something. So I tend to store it separately and then just bring it along with this bin on the trips. So, first getting into it. We have the traditional Coleman stove, 2-burner propane stove. It's a tried and true stove. Basically anyone who's gone camping has seen it somewhere. There's definitely some pros and cons to this. It's, like I said, tried and true, so it's not going to fail on you. But there's obviously some better options if you're willing to spend a little bit more money. But it's a great option for people who want to get out and do the thing, and I have really no big complaints with it. Alright, so I basically just have this organized in a way that I can just get to everything, but it's not, other than a few sub boxes within this big tote, there's not too much organization. It's basically just fit where I can. This is a Dutch oven, a cast iron Dutch oven that I seasoned myself. Something I definitely recommend anyone who uses cast iron is to learn how to season them. It just helps prevent rust and also makes them cook better. So in this Dutch oven I had 3 camp mugs, and 2 of them are stainless steel, one's like a porcelain mug. These are just pretty haphazardly thrown in there. This is where they fit, and they can be used for a bunch of things. You could actually cook in the stainless steel ones, but mainly for meal prep and or drinking out of. Then I have within this mesh bag, I have a little tea kettle. Even if you don't drink tea or coffee, I definitely recommend bringing a tea kettle because boiling water can be used as a sterilization method of the water, as well as a way to clean dishes. So I subscribe to the Boy Scouts 2 or 3 bucket method. I only have 2 buckets in my full camping cooking system, but hot water is a pivotal point of that. So I definitely recommend bringing something that you can use to boil water in. Of course, you can also bring a little saucepan like this that would also work for boiling water in. Just the tea, I find that the tea kettle is slightly better. Like I said, I have a saucepan here. That's for cooking anything that you require a saucepan, like pasta or something like that. All right. 2 plates in here. These are the only plates. I'm looking to get more plates because, you know, I have like 3-4 cups and only 2 plates, so I need to stock up a little bit more. But just some normal like plasticky plates, great things. I prefer to eat off of non-disposable things while I'm camping. It just makes that I have less trash to throw away, and honestly I don't mind cleaning the dishes, especially when I'm camping. It brings who I'm camping with together, so I don't mind it too much, and it really helps bring down on your trash. So a little dustpan, this can be used for really anything. Cleaning out your tent, as well as just making and maintaining a clean space. Over here I have trash bags, definitely a must-have for camping, and really I like to have them on the side where I can easily grab them without pulling everything else out, because they're just so necessary, and they're one of the first things that we put up when I get to camp, because everyone will be using it and throwing their stuff away. And then same reasoning behind the paper towels. Same reasoning behind the trash bags. I have paper towels, and these paper towels are along the side. I'd probably restock them pretty soon, but just like the trash bags, they can be used for a variety of different reasons, and just to have them really quick access is a very nice thing to have. A plastic cutting board. If you're only bringing one cutting board, I definitely recommend bringing a plastic cutting board. There's just some like germ things that go along with wood cutting boards where they have some benefits, they also have some cons. So I just bring one plastic cutting board for all my meal prep. A just steel frying pan for all your food preparing needs and food cooking needs. And then down here I have the big cast iron frying pan. This one's really nice. I use it a lot for camp cooking. And a cool thing about the two frying pans that I have here is I can use the steel one as a lid for this, for cooking like sunny side up eggs or anything that I need to somewhat steam it in here. So definitely keep that in mind when you're buying stuff or just foraging through your old pots and pans. That's a nice element to have. I have been using these little pot savers to go in between the pots just so they don't scrape and damage each other. They're really nice. They also help to scale down on the noise that all of this stuff makes rattling around. All right, some utensils down here, and I have one more mug for a total of 4 mugs. Heavy duty aluminum foil. Aluminum foil is a must-have for everything from like making a over the fire cobbler, just so you don't have to do as many dishes, or like cooking in a fire. Aluminum foil is a must-have for all of that stuff. It's just a great thing to have. Oh, and you can also use it for maintaining the shelf life of food. You can wrap up some food in it as well. All right. So I have a set of tongs for obvious reasons, 2 spatulas, 1 plastic, 1 metal. I hear a lot of places that you shouldn't use metal on cast iron because it can scrape stuff up, as well as you don't want it on anything that could put toxic things into your food. So just keep that in mind. That's why I have both a metal and a plastic. And then I also have like a little soup spoon for any of stirring or scooping needs. The last cooking element that I have in here is a cast iron skillet. So it has a flat side and a ridged side for cooking on. It also came with a handle that I can use to balance it on. In addition to that, I can somewhat jerry-rig the handle to work on the big cast iron pan, so it's good. I usually use this to cook like hamburgers or any type of meat on this skillet. All right, now we get into the cleaning stuff. So I have 2 little boxes in here. These boxes have labels on them, and I'll go through them right now. So in this one, it's cooking, cleaning, and tea and coffee. So within this box, I would have this sponge. I just put it on top because I had dried it out recently. But sponges in here, I have some sugar, raw sugar for put in tea or coffee. I have some laundry powder, some like hand sanitizer wipes, cleaning your hands, and as well as dishes. 3 lighters, because you can never really get you can always never get the first one to work, so some redundancy there. Again, some redundancy in dish soap, just 2 things of dish soap. It can also be used to wash your hands, but generally for washing the pots and pans. Here we have some actual tea. I'm a tea drinker primarily, so I have tea stocked in here, and then I also have coffee. I definitely don't abstain from drinking coffee, so coffee in there as well. And then hand sanitizer for washing your hands or sanitizing your hands. 2 knives, just made some random sheath, and these are just old stainless steel, like chef's knives that we just weren't using anymore. Another sponge, salt and pepper, definitely a necessary condiment, I guess, and some napkins. So that's what's in this bin, which is the cooking, cleaning, and tea and coffee bin. And the other bin is the camp setup and extra silverware bin. So I have 3 sets of silverware. I think these came with the blue plates. And these just have knives, forks, and spoons on a thing, and they're really nice, really easy to use. Yeah, these are some extra plastic forks, spoons, and knives for if I didn't pack one of these for someone who unexpectedly came into camp and they still want to eat with us. I have some backups for them. Some hammers for hammering in tent stakes, as well as any type of things that I need to hang around camp. I have some extra nails and stuff like that, as well as 2 more sporks and, well, I guess they're forks and spoons, but on the same thing. And that is it for this camp setup and extra silverware bin. And the last thing that I have in the tub is this little dish pan, and this is one of the buckets that I use in the cleaning the dishes. It can just act as your sink, and you just put your warm soapy water in and you wash your dishes, and then do what you need to wash your dishes. Thank you for watching my video on my camp cooking bin. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I hope to see you next time.